Hey there, YouTube family, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with DJ. And I, of course, am your host, Chef DJ. So today I will be showing you how to make something that is like a staple in any household. Every kid loves it, every adult loves it, and if you're me, you definitely love it. I'm going to show you how to make PB&J. Yeah, he's going to show you how to make PB&J. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to make a PB&J sandwich, but a fried PB&J. How about that? We're going to do that. We're going to drop it inside the skillet, get that rolling for you, and show you how to make something a little bit different that the kids will love, grandma and them will love, auntie and uncle and them, everybody will love it. So get your seasoning cabinet open. Well, in this case, your refrigerator and your cabinet open, and let's get started. All right, and so for tonight's recipe, you will need 4 slices of bread. Of course, that's going to be 2 sandwiches. Here I have honey wheat. You can use white bread. I don't care for white bread, but to each his own. If you like rye, I've never seen anyone do rye with peanut butter and jelly, but I guess you can do it. I don't know. But I have 4 slices of honey wheat here. Jif peanut butter. I swear by Jif, but if you like Skippy, that's great too. I don't care for it, but Jif is my favorite. I also swear by Smucker's grape jelly. I love it, so I'm going to use that. For coating, we're going to use some Hungry Jack. Simply follow the instructions on the back of your pancake mix. It doesn't have to be Hungry Jack. It can be Aunt Jemima. It can be whatever you choose. It can even be the generic brand. But this is what we're going to do. All right, so now that you know what we need, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, before I quit, you're going to need Crisco. You're going to need some cooking oil inside a skillet. We're going to put that inside this skillet right here. This here skillet with cooking oil. The only reason why you saw me pick that up without a glove is because it's not hot. Other than that, I would have definitely had on a glove or oven mitt. All right, so now that you know what we need, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so you've already followed the instructions on your Hungry Jack or your Aunt Jemima's or whatever generic brand of pancake mix that you have. Have that made here. Now let's go ahead and start on our sandwiches. All right, so we're going to go ahead and lay these bad boys out. Let's put this aside, and we'll just go ahead and start spreading our filling on them, which would be the peanut butter and jelly. Nothing else but that. Unless you want to do banana and peanut butter, now that would be great too. That would be an awesome idea. Somebody out there try that, and you can give me the royalties for it. So let's go ahead and load this bad boy up. You're going to put about 2 teaspoons of peanut butter in the center of the bread. That's how we're going to do it. And we got our cooking oil, Crisco. We've got that on. It's getting hot. You want to keep that on a medium heat. Let the temperature get to about 350 because you want it to be nice and hot before you drop these bad boys in there. If it's not, it's just going to soak up oil and it's going to be a messy situation. And you don't want that. You want it to be something good. You don't want it to be a bread full of oil. All right, so that's it for the peanut butter. Let's get that out the way. And now we can go ahead and get started on our jelly. As you've noticed, peanut butter and jelly doesn't last long in my home because I like peanut butter and jelly. I like it. Sometimes I can't decide what I'm going to eat, so I'll eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Get that with a nice cold glass of milk. It's the best, man. So as we did with our peanut butter, we're going to do the same with the jelly. About 2 teaspoons of that. I'm going to put it right in the center of the bread. You can spread it out or you can leave it as is. I'm going to spread it out just a little bit. But, you know, maybe I'll leave it like a little fat dollop inside the center of the bread. Leave it like that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's leave it like that. Just leave it in the center of the bread. So that when you bite into this bad boy, it's going to be wonderful, you know? It's going to be like a peanut butter and jelly filled donut almost, you know what I mean? Take that, put it together, Let's do the other slice. And it's rather quick and easy to make. You'll love it. You'll probably be frying peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from here on out. I don't advise it. I wouldn't do it. But if you like fried foods a lot, then hey, have at it. But every once in a while, you want something a little bit different. You know what I mean? So let's just go ahead. Give that little fat dollop of jelly inside the center of the bread. And go ahead and drop that on there. There we go. All right, we're done with that. So we can go ahead and flip that bad boy over, like so. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clamp close the edges of the sandwich. Why? Because you don't want it to seep out while it's frying. If you look at my previous video, it's somewhat like a Monte Cristo, but with peanut butter and jelly. But the Monte Cristo, that's a different thing all by itself. That's something else. That sandwich is, wow, powerful. Whoever came up with that, hats off. I bow to you for the Monte Cristo. That was great. That was a great idea. All right, so we crimp that one closed. On to the next one. And like I said before, you don't have to use honey wheat. I love honey wheat. I like it better than white bread. And it tastes better to me. It's a little healthier. It's bread nonetheless, but it's just a little bit healthier. No bleached breads and all that. What you can do is peel the crust off, which I probably should have done, but if you are doing something to spur of a moment like myself, leave it as is. It'll be eaten either way because you're going to love it. All right. So we've crimp closed our bread. Crimp closed. Does that make sense? Yeah. We've crimped it closed. And so now, here is our pancake batter. And let me check and see if the water is hot enough to sprinkle a little bit of, well, the oil, Crisco. It's hot enough. Oh yeah, it's hot enough. So what we're going to do is dip this bad boy in here. You know what? There's something I think I'm going to do. I'm going to cut those edges off because I don't think I want to have all those pieces just flying around all throughout the skillet. Here's my famous knife that you've seen in every video. This knife has got me through many of things, I tell you. Thankfully, it was nothing violent. Just throwing that out there. It was nothing violent. Nah, it wasn't that. I'm saved. I don't do that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cut these edges off. Yeah, let's do that. Cut the edges off. Cut the edges off. Yeah, it's going to be a cleaner sandwich. You see that? It looks a lot better. So what we'll do is just clamp that closed. I just press it like we did before. Them little fat dollops inside the sandwich is trying to poke through. No, get back in there because you about to be fried today. All right. Let's just close that, cut that off. Cut that off. Cut that off. We don't need you. Cut that off. Don't need you. Cut that one off. Don't need you, sis. Cut that one off. Don't need you either, brother. All right, so we're going to go ahead and clamp this closed. My mouth is watering as I'm making this, which is probably why my tongue is getting twisted up because I'm ready to eat this. I'm hungry. And peanut butter and jelly makes me lose control. I love peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly time. All right, so we're going to dip it inside this right here. So as you can see, our grease is all hot. Just rippling all up on you. What we're going to do is drop this inside the batter like we said. And we're going to fry these very quickly because they don't take long to cook. Take about maybe a minute to a minute and a half to cook. You don't want them to burn on you, all right? Get you a nice pair of tongs. Don't dig inside the grease and try to grab it out of there. I know you're hungry and all, but don't do that. Be safe. Be careful. So let's go ahead and drop this inside here. Flip that around like so. And we'll take it right from there and throw it right inside that grease, just like this. And already it's starting to cook. You see that? Want to have enough oil inside it to make sure that it's submerged. Flip it over and see how quick it cooks. It doesn't take long. About a minute to a minute and a half to cook, and it'll be finished. It'll be wonderful. Cook it just until it's brown. Take it out, drain it, and let it do what it do. All right, so the first one is out. Second one's going in. It was quick. About a minute to a minute and a half. That's it. That's all it takes. You just want to brown it, make it look real pretty and golden, and then take it right out. Here's the second one going in right now. I love the way that fried food sings. Do you? It just sounds beautiful. Like, it just sounds like comfort. It's comforting to hear food frying. You know what I mean? It's like, ah. It's great. I love it. Like I said, it takes a minute to a minute and a half just to cook and get it on out of there. Don't let it stay too long because you don't want it to be a blackened sandwich. Another word for blackened is burnt. in some instances, you know. Turn it over. You see how quick that was? Just a few seconds. So it only takes about a minute to a minute and a half. About 20 seconds, 30 seconds on each side. Flip it. Take it out. Ladies and gentlemen, ma'ams and sirs, Mr. and Mrs., little boys and little girls, here is your fried PB&J. Wow. Oh man, I felt a little fancy, so I sprinkled a little bit of confectioner sugar on it. You know, make it classy. You know what I mean? So this is gonna be real good. The kids will love it. Grandma and them will love it. Auntie and uncle and them will love it. You gonna love it. So go ahead and dig right on in. Go ahead and try one of these bad boys right here. Which one to pick? Oh, this one is a little more golden, so let me just... Oh yeah, it's nice and hot. Gonna dip it inside that jelly. See what this is. That is good. Ain't got all that. Look at that right there. Got that creamy peanut butter. Wow. That's good stuff. Real good. Man, oh man, our fried PB&J sandwiches are done. Our fried PB&J sandwiches, they are officially done. I do want to thank you so much for your likes, for your time, for your subscriptions, for every comment, for every dislike. That is actually good because it actually helps me to do my job a little bit better and to tweak and try to maneuver around some things that are not too good or not too pleasant. And so I thank you for your patience with me in that. And if you have not subscribed, by all means, hit that post notification bell on the bottom right, bottom left of your screen and select all so that you'll be notified every time that Chef DJ posts another video for your tasting pleasure. With that being said, you can close your seasoning cabinet and your refrigerator because we're officially done.